Greeting of peace to everyone. Welcome to Cosmic Answers. It has been so long that I haven't recorded anything on the Cosmic Answers because I was on leave and now I resume. So the question that we have now and we would like to answer is what do we have now for November? Well, there's so many things that's going to happen for November and I'm going to share you. But before I share, I would like to tell you that I know all of you has been into, or maybe some of you has been into the Halloween parties, November 1, November 2, October 31. But I tell you, honestly, I'm not a fan of all those parties. But if you enjoyed it, I'm happy for you. But I would just like to tell you that the Halloween parties are a misrepresentation of witches, misrepresentation of ghosts, misrepresentation of how is the life after death. It has really been corrupted during the time of Inquisition, during this time of October 31, 1, 2, and maybe the whole week of the first week of November. The witches or the real tradition in the world is about commemorating the dead ones. It is the time that we pray to our departed ones. We heal our relationship to the departed ones. We do an intergenerational healing or healing of the ancestors or with the ancestors. And this has really been uh, covered up by what we call this Halloween parties. During this time also in 15th, 16th, 17th centuries, during October 21, 1, 2, most of the healers that were dubbed as witches were burned into a campaign called Inquisition. So what we are portraying now in the Halloween parties were not the real essence of being a witch. Were not the real essence of what ghost is. So, but if you enjoyed your Halloween parties, I'm happy for you. But I would like you to remember that during this time, we have to remember those healers who were burned to death during the Inquisition. We have to remember our ancestors, heal with them, heal our relationships with our ancestors, and be open to the wisdom and knowledge of the other side, which in the other world, they call it other world, lower world. And for us, we can call it the other side. Okay, so let's have now for what is November. So I have here some of my notes, no, and I will be reading this as I share to you. So now we are entering November, and November is like entering into a creative and nurturing moment. And this is the time when the earth energy, or now in 2021, November is governed by the earth energy. So the earth energy is about caring. It's about family. It's about creativity. It's about reflection and action based on the turn of the events. It's not really rushing, but we just respond to whatever the events are. So here, by November, we don't need to rush into so many things just because we are nearing the end of the year. We all need to be observant and follow our inner guidance. It is also a time to expand your community of friends. What is happening now? Majority of the people are allowed to go out of the home. So it's also timely to expand our community. However, let go of friends or relationships that doesn't serve you anymore. So if you're thinking of separating from a very toxic relationship, then this is your time. In humanity's affair, there's what we call the decay of the system. So that still continues. It can be coming from the pandemic or related to the pandemic or our response to the pandemic. This will still continue as rift among people still continues because of the many decisions that we make until a real resolution comes. It's not going to come up this November, but it is already slowly coming up, the solution to this pandemic. In metaphors, it says that the dragon from heaven continues to fight the false dragon that rules the earth. I urge you to interpret that on your own. I will repeat it. The dragon from heaven continues to fight the false dragon that rules the earth. So our key is holding to what we believe is right. And humanity will gain endurance from that. Now, some people will survive, some will not, but I urge you to continue to do what you feel is right. Our leading angels for the month, according to my guidance, my inner guidance, is Archangel Jophiel, which is a happy angel, and Archangel Chamuel. So they are the leading angels for the month. So Archangel Jophiel, you can imagine Archangel Jophiel as a golden light that heals and governs any thoughts, that stops us from seeing the life in a wider perspective. So if you need that, then you may call Archangel Jophiel. And the other one is Archangel Chamuel. If you don't know Archangel Chamuel yet, Archangel Chamuel is the archangel for love, the cosmic love, the unconditional love, and the color is green. So if you would like to really feel the love within, you can call on Archangel Chamuel. Or we can also call and meditate with Archangel Chamuel to foster love to the humanity. So the key here for November is one, to never rush, observe first before you act. This is also the time for you to slow down, and rest if it is necessary. Renew yourself for November. So there are several days that we can look upon to go with the flow of November. So I'm going to share to you some of the days that I had selected, which is not so familiar for all of us. So I'm going to share November 5 up to several dates that can lead us into flowing with our life for this month of November. So November 5, today is November 5. This is a time to remove any hurts or grievances. And symbolically, in the olden times, they burn effigy. That represents the evil spirit of the past, along with the worn hurts and grievances. So that we can be able to face the new year in a purer way and free unnecessary and unhelpful psychic leftover. So if you were going to pray today or do a certain rituals, you can burn a paper or you can burn something that will really represent all the evil spirits of the past hurts and grievances and let it go, because this is the energy of November 5. Then we have November 8th. So November 8th is about the commemoration of the mains, and the commemoration of the mains is about connection to the spirit of the underworld. So you see, the November is about connecting ourselves to the underworld or to the spirit of the departed ones. And it's normal. It's not something that we should be afraid of, because we are all going to die. So November 8th is a time when they said that the underworld is open, or what they call the lower world is open, and it is accessible. If you would like to pray for your departed ones, this is also a good day to pray, because you will easily be connected to your departed ones. It is also the time for the Celtic tradition to celebrate the world of fairies, because during this time, it is said that the fairy kingdom has opened and permits the human connect to the underworld of fairies. So isn't that nice? So let's connect to the fairies on November 8th. On November 16th, it is the day of Hecate night. So the sunset marks the day of the Hecate night. So Hecate night celebrates the threefold goddesses of the Wiccan tradition. So they are Astarte, Diana, and Inanna. So don't misinterpret me. Yes, it's a Wiccan and pagan tradition, but you see, if we study all of this, they are also a part of the psyche of how we view the goddess or the god. No? So Mama Mary has different attributes. The Wiccan tradition also have different goddess for different attributes of God. So November 20, we have two saints that's being commemorated also, and they are Praetextatus and Paulina. And they are said to be the ones who resisted the order of the Christian emperor in 364 Christian era to suppress the Greek pagan mysteries. So that's why up to now, the Greek pagan mysteries are still being celebrated, because of these two saints who resisted the order of the Christian emperor to stop it, to stop the commemoration of the pagan mysteries. And then we have November 22. This is the day for all the music lovers, because this is the day for the celebration of Saint Cecilia's Day. And I know in the Reiki community in the Philippines, there's going to be music or sound healing certification from November 20, okay, 20 and 21. It just goes with this celebration of Saint Cecilia's Day, the patroness of music. And then on November 25, this is a good time for all the women to gather together, because this is the celebration of the women mysteries, right? We have women mysteries. That's right. They said men cannot understand women. That's because we have also lots of mysteries. So we are the men. So we can gather all together and celebrate our women mysteries on November 25. And then on November 28, it is the runic day of ease. If you are familiar with the runes, it's ease. And that means the cessation of the flow and enforced rest for everyone. So if you're thinking of a day off or just rest, so November 28th is a good day for you. So this is what I can share for the week, and I hope it helps you to really look forward to November. Remember, November is a time for us to really commemorate our departed ones, to heal our relationship with our ancestors, to really be connected and be familiar with the unity of the heaven and the earth, which means the afterlife and the life here on earth. And it's also the day for us or the month for us to really go with the flow. Go with the flow. Do not rush into anything. Observe before you act. So thank you for allowing me to share, and lights and love for you. Namaste.